Yeah, is that seriously how you want me to do it?
I don't care.
I'm
a little lame.
Hey guys, it's the Grunting Pixel Podcast. Let's do this.
I liked it.
Give you some options.
That was a solid intro. That was a solid.
Hey guys, this is the Grunting Pixel Podcast. Yeah. See, now you have some options.
You're making fun of my voice again, and I don't like it.
I'm just giving you some options. I could do like Darth Vader, like, "Hi, welcome to the Grunting Pixel." That's terrible.
Man, that was definitely Darth Vader in my eyes.
That sounded nothing like Darth Vader. Darth Vader sounds like no.
Grunting Pixel.
Welcome everybody to the Grunting Pixel Podcast. I'm Jared. With me, I have the host, Grunting Pixel.
I'm Grunting Pixel.
And then we have Alex.
I'm Alex.
And last but not least, the lady of the group, Andrea. I mean Stephanie.
I thought you were going to say Alex.
Hello, my name is Bethany.
Oh,
you almost got it.
Close enough.
That was pretty good.
I keep trying to
Without a
practice that,
warm-up.
but I can never get it. Like,
that was pretty good.
Hello.
like my ability to do that robot voice is basically like my ability to hit a 10 out of 10 in the bedroom. It's like really rare, and it's like after repeated attempts and failing.
But when you finally get it, it's the best thing ever.
Hello. See, my problem is I do this like this like hollow, shallow, like husk, like hello, hello, hello.
It's just a robot grasping for air that doesn't do it.
it's just a chipmunk with like a cinder block on its chest trying to breathe in.
Damn,
Wow.
I think that cinder block probably crushed the chipmunk. But
Hello, can you get the cinder block off my chest? Oh, God. I can't do it. I'm not even gonna try.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how I perform in bedrooms, just like that. It's me like failing a couple times, like, oh, I'm just rolling. I'm done. We're done for the night.
Was it
Game over, man.
pretty
Was
much
it
the best
good
way to
for
compare
you?
the skill of Dan in bed is to compare a cinder block on a chipmunk's chest.
Yes.
Did I say chipmunk or squirrel?
You said chipmunk, which is why I was like, wow, that's probably going to cover its whole fucking body if you ask me, but that's okay. Get the cinder block off my chest when you're thinking like it's going to cover the whole
You know what's
fucking
the
thing.
worst part? Is when I was thinking of that metaphor, I was just trying to think of like how the sounds would work, but I never actually envisioned a chipmunk with a squirrel, or a chipmunk with a squirrel, a chipmunk with a cinder block on its chest, and just made me laugh.
I mean, it'd probably crush
geez.
it, but that's okay.
It would probably crush it, Alex. You're probably right.
It was a thought that counts.
So how was your guys' week? Even though Jared's the host.
No, I don't. It's your show, man.
Man, you know, man. Dude, it's your show, bro.
You're the one who signs the
Seriously, though.
checks.
Yeah, I signed them bounce.
By the way, why do you keep sending me these checks with $0 written on it? Like, it seems like a waste of paper.
Well, I mean, the thing is you said I'll be on your podcast, but it better result in checks, and so I'm just giving you checks. That's all I got. I originally sent you a couple bags of Chex Mix, but I don't think you got it.
No, I didn't get it.
At first. You probably just like, oh, you know, as I like stance. What am I saying? Snacks.
Yeah,
God,
just
my brain is
throw
fucking
these in the
fried
yard for the
today.
chipmunks.
Yeah. Seriously though, guys, do anything special this week? Man, this is entertaining.
Solid.
I don't know. I've been drawing a lot recently. Actually, completing things.
What were you drawing?
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking like-
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sweet.
Like-
You want to know what I did? You want to know what I did this weekend or this week?
Sure, Alex.
I worked.
First thing I actually want to say is like, holy crap, Alex actually showed up 2 weeks in a row.
Well, okay.
So that's gotta be like a new
Okay.
record or something.
Here is a funny story, and I was
It better be funny or I'm gonna fucking sue you. I'm holding you to that.
I wasn't actually gonna say it because I figured you'd be like, wow, but I figured it's kind of comedical, and
Let's hear it.
I'm here now, so it doesn't really matter. Well,
Enough
okay.
qualifiers. Let's
So
do it.
I got up and well, obviously I was up until like 8 a.m. this morning, so woke up like 3:30, and I was like, what do I got to do today? Well, I gotta get some laundry done, and I gotta go to the gym. So I'm like, all right, I'll go to the gym. So I get in the car, whatever, like on my way, and all of a sudden, like I look at my phone and I see ready and waiting, and I'm just like, shit. So I'm like in the lane. I literally just go whoop. I turn around like right in the middle of traffic,
me?
and then I come back, and I'm here.
Is that actually a true story?
No.
I didn't think so.
How could you deceive our trust?
He's at the gym right now.
Well, the thing is like, I feel like Alex, and no offense to you, buddy. So.
Oh, thank you.
No
Great.
offense, but I'm about to say something.
It's always a good start when you start with no offense. But if you were like actually on the road and I said ready and waiting, you'd just been like, fuck it, and you just would keep going. Like, you would not turn around. You'd just be like, I'm going to the gym. So that's why I was like, I don't know if that's a true story. Is that a true story? Because
well, thanks for thinking that. I wouldn't drop everything to come back.
Let's be honest, Alex. Would you actually turn around?
Yeah, I would.
Really?
I would, 100%. I'd give you $100.
That's actually kind of impressive. Also, I'm sure this is getting picked up. I should have said this at the top of the show. We're getting some renovations done to this house, so pardon if you hear any like hammering or stuff in the background. It's pretty quiet, but I'm sure when I like compress the hell out of this audio, that it'll be a little bit louder. So hopefully it's not too much of a nussance.
Oh wait,
I mean,
so
it's pretty loud to me.
So yeah, I was gonna
hear.
say it sounds like the screams of the damned. I mean, I wasn't sure whether it was coming from me or from you, but since you said renovations, I mean, it makes a lot more sense.
I'm more confused as to if there's two things. I'm either confused as to what you think the screams of the damned sound like, or I'm confused as to what the hell he's doing up there in terms of renovation.
Well, actually, you might be hearing in my room. I have a chipmunk with a cinder block on, so sorry about
The
that.
squeals may sound like a drill going into a wall, but in reality, it's just a chipmunk with a cinder
Yeah, it's
block.
really
just
hard to
dying
describe the
animals.
sound.
That's funny.
Oh man, that's pretty good. No, but in all reality, we can't even hear it. So.
Okay, yeah, I can hear it, so I know my microphone is almost as sensitive as me, but not quite.
Talk
like
about it. Yeah, we make one joke and you get all butthurt about it. I mean,
Hey, I'm already still standing because I can't sit on how much my butt hurts. So please don't bring it back
is
up.
it like as sensitive as like your penis, or like
Your
sensitive
vagina.
as like
Wait,
your vagina?
yeah, it's as sensitive as my vagina.
Oh, okay. Now that makes sense.
pretty
That's
sensitive.
pretty sensitive, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Not that I would know, but that's okay.
Yeah,
How
it's
about
not like
you,
you've had
Dan?
much experience with vaginas.
Oh.
Oh shit, dude, you just got fucking destroyed. Oh, snap.
Well, hey guys, it's been real. I guess go.
I'm gonna go to the gym that I turned around to come back.
I'm
for
gonna go to the
this shit.
gym that I turned around that I didn't go to, just because that's been real stuff.
Alex is just sitting there, like, man, I turned around for this shit.
Man, I almost killed myself. There was some fucking traffic coming right at my ass. So what do I get for that? Get told that I ain't got no action going on these days. Fuck.
Maybe not these days, but you've had some in the past. But that's not anybody's business. So yeah, I have a couple stories.
Well, let's hear him.
So I went to the optometrist yesterday and got my eyes checked. And turns out I need glasses, but that's not the interesting part of the story. What is interesting, or at least interesting to me, so I'm sure there's going to be 1,000 people like, you're not interesting at all. I swear to God that the nurse that did like all of my exams was basically Wednesday Addams from the Addams Family. Like, this chick had no emotion at all. Not a single bit of humor in her in any way. She was just all business, just like, I wish that I was dead type girl. And it was actually kind of ridiculous because people might notice that I'm a jokester and I like making jokes and stuff like that. And this girl had no reception to anything I said. Like, it was pretty funny. Like, it was funny how not funny she was.
Maybe she's listening to the podcast.
Oh, I hope she is.
No,
you need to get a sense of humor, girl. If you're listening, it's good. It's better. Everybody enjoys people who at least either are funny or laugh at funny. But there's a point in the thing where they had to put like eye drops in my eyes to make it look like I was smoking pot. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Well, I'm gonna put this in your eyes. It's gonna kind of burn. Here's a tissue. You're gonna probably want to wipe your eyes. Just don't rub them because this stuff will numb your eyes and you won't know if you scratch it." And I was like, okay. And I pull a tissue, and she's like, all right, now lean your head back. And I lean my head back, and she holds open my eye, and she drops it in, and then, opens my other eye, does the other thing. And I lean my head forward, and I just start like dabbing, my eye with the tissue because it was just like a lot of liquid. And I look at her, I'm just like, man, I feel like I just watched The Notebook. And I'm not even kidding. She looks up from her computer, looks at me, and goes, it wasn't that sad of a story. And then went back to like the
Oh God!
to her thing. And I'm just like, wow, Buzz Killington McGee over here. Jeez.
Started arguing with her, like, oh hell no.
Honestly, I was just flabbergasted. I was just like, wow. I mean, that was like, damn.
Are you sure she wasn't like playing a bit, or not playing a bit, but like, trying real hard not to... Unless she has like, that's just the character she plays at work. That's just who she was. Like from the moment like she pulled me in, like I would ask her questions and like would just try to make small talk, and it would always be just like short one sentence answers, no, like just she was like freaking zombie, man. Like she had no feeling at all, and I'm just like, good Lord. I mean, it was so weird. I've never met somebody that like cold before. Like even like people who are upset or angry or whatever, you can find something that kind of like opens them up and warms them up a little bit. She fucking flat out looked me in the face and just basically said shut up with her words. And I'm just like, oh God.
Maybe she just,
Jesus Christ.
Like her boyfriend just broke up with her that morning or something.
Honestly, it sounds like it. I mean, geez.
I mean, some people are like that, but I think 9 times out of 10 that some extraneous circumstance has to be involved, and for someone to really just like not really want to indulge in everyday life activities like laughing or something like that. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think there's people out there that just generally don't show a lot of emotion to begin with, which is fine. But I don't know. I think in my experience, 9 times out of 10, like, if anybody has had a serious emotional experience, I mean, we all sort of act the same way. We're just kind of just like, fuck it, fuck everything, like, fuck you, fuck me, fuck everybody in the deep blue sea, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like what I found was like the most interesting thing about it is that like, I've had some people that didn't have funny bones. Like I've seen that type of stuff like that, kinda and like most people in that situation where I was just like, man, I feel like I just watched The Notebook. They probably would have been like, yeah. But she like flat out looked me in the face and was just like, get shut down,
yeah.
kid. And I'm just like,
I used to watch that with Barry.
Like, yeah, like, jeez. And it was funny because like, I kind of made it my game to try to see if I could like get her to laugh at anything, and I failed. So I don't know if that means I'm just not funny or this girl was just like a formidable match. But like,
more annoying. Like
after she'd finished up the exams because I said they put the stuff in to make me look like a high, so I had to get my eyes dilated, whatever. And she said, "All right, well, the doctor will be coming here when you're dilated, and
you're dilated. Aren't you?
Well, she'll do your exam or whatever." And I was just like, "When should I start pushing?" As a joke for dilation for pregnancy, and she literally just looked at me and then walked out of the room, and I'm just like, God damn, like what a freaking just hard ass. Like it was impressive. I mean, I've never met somebody that cold. Like I'm serious. Like. It was impressive. I couldn't believe it. I'm just like, God.
What if she's...
Well, I hope you smile at least once in your life. I mean...
What if she's some kind of, like, robot or android that's, like, trying to adapt to, like...
But see, at least androids would probably be, like, over the top. Like, I would be like, I feel like I watched Notebook. They'd be like, God, yeah. I don't know why the android would have been, like, some seriously racist, like, Asian voice, but, like... Like, usually they overcompensate with it, but...
I didn't think it was an Asian racist voice until you mentioned it, but...
Well, you're right. That's my bad.
Dang, dude.
Stop being racist. Stop being a racist droid.
What did I do?
You're gonna be a racist, but don't bring the droids into this, right?
Don't be a droidist, too. A robotist.
Fucking droidist. What did R2-D2 ever do to you, dude? R2 Deep Throat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, dude.
That's
that hasn't come out yet, and that was years old.
Nice.
That wasn't my joke, though.
That's funny.
That was actually Jared's joke.
You can have it if I can have one of your jokes.
Well, I don't have any jokes, so.
That's the joke.
Yep, that is the joke. See, there you go. You have that one. You have that utterly under-satisfyingly not funny joke that I just made.
Now I'm just confused.
Well, maybe sometimes...
Typical day.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from Buzz Killington, turns out I need glasses, so there's that.
Dude, glasses aren't too bad. I've had those motherfuckers since 3rd grade, man.
Plus, you can look stylish.
Yeah.
Yeah, is your Obamacare or whatever you're using going to cover them, or you have to?
Obamacare.
Shit, dude, that was some deep
this
shit
is
right
not
there.
a sensitive subject at all. What are you talking about?
Oh man, I love politics. But no, yeah, I gotta fucking sit there and I'm punching myself for that use of the F word. But I gotta sit there and I gotta find some glasses. I looked at some of them that they had there, and I don't know. There was a couple that I liked, but they were also $300, and I'm like, that's not gonna.
Yeah,
happen.
you should go for the specials. I know around here where I live, they a couple places have you could get a free eye exam and 2 glasses for $90-some, things like that. Keep posted on the newspaper ads and stuff like that, because occasionally they throw specials and stuff. But that's usually what my mom does.
Did she say what your vision is without the glasses? Where you're
Yeah,
at?
I'm nearsighted, so I can't see far.
Just like me.
It's not a huge. I'm not blind or anything like that. My vision is 20/30 and 20/40.
Okay.
In my eyes, so that is a step down because when I was.
You can always do contacts
12?
too if you don't like glasses.
Yeah, I might consider it, but I'm kind of
You
squeamish.
should probably get the cheapo contacts too, since your vision doesn't sound like it's that far off.
Yeah, no, it's mostly just far away things. When I drive, I have trouble seeing signs out in the distance. So speed limits, I usually can't read them until they're 300 feet away or something like that, or 200 feet or 100 feet.
Eventually, you're gonna have to pass the vision test to get your driver's license renewed. So you might want to.
Well, I mean, I passed it according to the guy when I got it, but
Wow.
I'll sit there and I'll strain when I'm reading, trying to see that stuff out there, and it's nice to not have to do that.
Sorry, the visual was hilarious, but it won't be as funny if I explain it. Anyways, I was just
that visual was great.
No, I had a picture in my head of you looking into the little vision tester and being grunting because you're trying to squint so hard. So it was just,
What's funny is you're not actually far off. He's like, can you read this line, please? And I read the line. He's like, can you read the line below it, please? And I read that line. And then he's like, can you read the line below that one? And that was where it was getting really hard for me to read it. And I'm not even kidding. I think I was just W. I think that's a 2. Either an M or an H. I'm literally saying that as I'm trying to read this.
It's a blurry W, a blurry F, a blurry 3. Why did
it
you make
looks
this blurry?
like text thrown into the Gaussian blur. Is that right?
Yep.
The Galasian blur.
He's
Galasian
like,
blur.
I have no idea what those letters are in the thing. I'm just supposed to ask the questions. Pass.
And it's funny again because first off DMV stereotypes, but second off that guy was also not a very happy person.
Oh.
Damn, no one's happy these days.
I don't know. I can understand having bad days and stuff like that, but to me, I've always tried to just make the best of them. Even when I'm really pissed, just try to find some scrap of happiness that I can salvage from that day. So I don't understand those people that just be like, I'm pissed, I'm gonna make sure your day sucks too. The Notebook wasn't that sad, suck a dick. And I'm just like, oh.
Well,
see, that's why as a response, you have to be overly happy to an annoying degree to get your revenge.
Yeah.
Drown them with happiness.
And for the love of God, if you run into Dan, just tell him you love the Notebook. He takes it personally.
Well, what's funny is it was just a joke. I thought it'd be one of those things. She'd be like, oh yeah, whatever, small talk, whatever. But she was just like, no, I'm putting you in your place,
wrong.
kid. Get wrecked. And I'm just like, wow, that was aggressive. It was surprising. I was surprised by it.
Although I can't imagine I'd be very happy if I was working at the DMV, going back to the Vision Eye guy, whatever his job title is. I can't imagine I'd be very happy in that job either. So,
the Vision Eye guy.
The Vision Eye guy. That's his title.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
it does make me wonder, how much of it is that those people aren't happy in that job, or those people just probably wouldn't be happy with any job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, some people just don't want to do it. Some people just don't want to do anything. They're just like, they go to work and they're like, humbug.
But sometimes, like, even, like, faking your enthusiasm kind of helps a little bit. Because, like, I work retail, and, like, half the time I'm just like, I do not want to be here. But, you know, sometimes if I just meet with, like, a customer or whatever, I'm like, hi, how you doing? And sometimes that would, like make them kind of respond a little nicer. And then, as a result, it kind of makes you feel a little better, even though it's kind of forced. But it's just, like, I don't know, if you, like, kind of force yourself to smile, it kind of helps a little bit. Like, not a whole lot, but it does
and like
something.
when you fake your orgasms, it makes, you know.
Yeah, Steph's a professional.
No!
Again, no going back to the me being a failure in the sack.
Going back to comparing Dan's sex life with a chipmunk and a cinder block on top. But I mean, that's pretty much how it works. So.
Yeah.
No, I think. I just totally.
Jesus Christ, that definitely had to be audible.
Yeah, that was definitely audible. I heard that one.
Either he just hammered something or he fell down the fucking staircase.
Damn, that was not the ladder.
The ladder, he fell off the ladder.
No, seriously, guys, it really hurt. No.
That's hilarious. Oh,
it wasn't that funny.
Unintentional puns are the best puns.
How do you know that was unintentional? That very well may have been intentional.
Because when I clarified, you're like, oh.
I actually didn't say anything when you said
I think you did.
I don't know if I did.
Play that audio back, Marcus.
Why does his name always change?
What do you mean? His name's always been Tyler.
I thought it was John.
It is.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Tyler, though. Or is it John?
No, it is.
Oh, okay.
So, Can we talk more about The Notebook?
Please.
Sure.
Have you ever seen it?
No, I've never seen it.
What?
Alex, you ever seen The Notebook?
I believe so, but I was forced.
Did you cry?
I don't cry.
He cried. He definitely cried.
I believe that is one of the FBI's interrogation methods, is to make their victims watch The Notebook.
Well, I don't see how it's going to, like, interrogate them, because all it's going to do is result in crying. The movie's not a bad movie. It's just a freaking heart destroyer.
But see, that's the thing. It'll destroy their heart and make them very emotional and sad and depressed.
And they'll admit whatever they did wrong.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
So now you regret killing all those innocent civilians, huh, terrorist? Watch this.
Now that Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams are having their sad times, don't you regret blowing up that building?
Not the Gosling. Anything but the Gosling.
He's so cute and adorable.
Yes,
he's very attractive for a man. He's a nice combination because he's got the pretty boy looks, but he's also manly.
Oh, he's cute and intelligent. He's the whole package.
He's cute and strong. What a great combination. No, I'm not gonna lie. I cry every time.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard not to.
I don't think I've ever fully cried from it, but it definitely gets like that freaking throg. Like throg? What's a throg? Is that like
Throg? The Throg trilogy.
It's the Throg trilogy. It's Jesus Christ! But I definitely get that frog in your throat, and just like you're like, oh god, oh it's sad. It's so sad. You're just like choking on just like pure sadness.
And then you like sniffle, and your wife's like, "Are you all right? Don't cry." And I'm like, "I was just sniffing."
Yeah. Well, I actually had
totally
an out on that
mad.
one because I watched that with Steph one of the last times that she came up here, and I'm like sitting there going like, I'm gonna fucking puke. I'm gonna puke, and I'm just like, oh god, what is Steph looking at me? And I look at her, and she's just like pouring tears from her face. Like she probably wouldn't even have noticed me if I started crying because she was just like, oh god,
Yeah.
it's so sad.
Seriously, I'm an absolute sap. Like, I try not to get too, like, emotional, but here's the thing, like, a lot of movies, I'm not much of a crier, but once you start, the sad, it's just, like, once you start off, like, that's it, lose all control, everything's loose, and it's just a roller coaster down. It's like, alright, well, first tear shed, cannot stop.
Maybe I'm wrong in this opinion, but I think that if you don't at least get somewhat sad from watching The Notebook, that you have some serious emotional trauma because That is a brutal flippin' film. Like, even if you don't, like, if you've never been in love and you don't know what that connection is, just, like, substitute that with a family member or substitute that with yourself in that situation of either of the two people. And it's just like, there's something relatable there for everybody. And it is just a freaking brutally sad flick.
Brutal doodle, if you know what I mean.
Brutal, dude.
Yeah, I think I've seen it before. I'm sure I shed a tear or two.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, especially when you watch it with somebody that you love, because then you're putting both of you in that situation, and then you look at her and she's like, like crying, and then you're just like, oh no, she's crying now, I'm gonna cry.
That's also another thing that
selling it very well.
Basically, it is the cry every time simulator.
Pretty much.
So if you ever want to cry,
I'll make sure I don't see that one then.
you know, actually, it's an interesting thing to know. I was thinking about this, where like, all right, so sad movies can, you know, create some emotions or something. But one thing that would really push me over the edge if one of the characters like start crying, then it's like, well, because like there's that like empathetic like part where, you know, characters start crying, so you feel empathy, and then the situation's sad. It's just like, oh, now I'm crying too.
You know, it's kind of funny that you say that, because I'm gonna say a movie here, and when I say this movie, it's gonna be like, why would you think that's a sad movie? That movie ain't sad or whatever. But I kid you not, when I watch Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar, when he's like watching the footage of his like kids growing up and shit,
oh, that was sad.
and he's just like bawling, just watching him bawl, I'm just like, oh God, what is this feeling? I don't like this feeling. It's very, my heart feels like it's swelling up. I don't know what I'm doing.
You know what movie is also actually kind of a sad one that I'll fully admit that I cried quite a bit.
Scooby-Doo. Marley.
Yeah, that one. No.
Old Yeller.
Old Yeller.
yeah, that one.
Lassie.
Yeah, Lassie. Yep, you guys.
Bambi.
Star Wars Episode 2.
You guys definitely threw the cinder block on the chipmunk this round.
But what movie?
But The Fault in Our Stars, dude. Oh,
dude, I actually saw that movie.
I haven't seen any of these movies you guys are talking about.
They're very sad.
That movie's not nearly as sad as The Notebook to me,
it's just
but it is definitely a sad flick.
Dude.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely, well, at least, I mean, I can't say definitely. I think, in my opinion, I probably cried more watching that than I cried in The Notebook, to be honest.
Dude, you heartless bastard.
All right. It's set. We're all gonna sit down and watch The Notebook with cameras.
God, can we please do a commentary of The Notebook?
No,
can we please do a
cameras
commentary?
like zoomed in on our eyeballs, and like it's gonna know that way everybody knows if we're crying.
Hey,
oh my God, we should. Okay, seriously, guys, I'm not gonna get all like fangirl and like, oh my God, we need to do this.
No,
but like,
definitely fangirl.
Seriously, we need to get some point where we're all in one place. We put a camera on ourselves and we do a live commentary to The Notebook and just get everybody's reaction.
Oh, stream it or whatever. Also,
or just record it and post it later.
Yeah.
All right, Jared. So it sounds like you need to drive up. You need to drive up here.
Yeah,
next
we need to find. We need to find a weekend where everybody's free.
Mm-hmm.
I got plenty of vacation days. It's a new year. So
new year, new me.
They renew every year, apparently.
Should I get all cliche YouTube? If we get 100,000 likes on this video, we'll make it happen.
Leave your comments below what movie you want us to
if you'd
watch.
like to see it. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see Jared cry to The Notebook.
Shut up. I'll start crying right now.
And I'll start crying right now if you like, comment, subscribe.
If 5 people like this video, I'll fucking sit here and cry.
If this video gets 5 likes, I will cry.
I'll cry. I'll just literally cry.
The next video the next podcast will literally just be Jared crying.
Oh my God. That would be. I'd pay to listen to that.
I don't know if I'd pay for that.
Yeah, because you're kind of a bitch.
I would not pay for that.
I'm sorry. What'd you say to me?
I said I love you.
Oh, I thought you said I had some sort of itch. I was like, oh, well, I did have it.
Who are you calling a bitch?
Don't talk about your mama that way.
Sorry, I'm just snorting these lines of coke. So.
I thought you were snorting.
No, right now he's watching The Notebook and he's just trying to
say.
Damn it! The coke excuse always works.
You gave it away. I had a good cover and everything.
I don't know which. I think I'd rather admit that I was crying
than doing.
Try to convince somebody I was snorting coke while we were watching a movie. Dude, I'm totally snorting lines over here.
we start the movie and Jared's just like, all right, I'm gonna need this to deal with that, and he just starts like,
I just start crying from the beginning from all the coke. My life's
Jared
going
does like
nowhere.
a line, but it like hurts and it brings a tear to his eye. Like, Jared, you're crying. He's like, no, I swear it's the coke. It's like, no, it's Rachel McAdams. You're crying.
No, you're just sensitive. Shut up.
I don't have a soul. I'm a man.
You just see him like start running around the house because he's like bawling his eyes out as he's like snorting cocaine. Like the cocaine is just been like sprawled out into his palm of his hand. He's like running on. He's like he's just like sprinting around his house.
God, you know what I want to do at some point before I die?
Sniff cocaine.
Like this is a bucket list thing. I want to do a line of coke with a $100 bill, just to feel like some sort of like Colombian drug lord.
Life goals, I guess.
There it is.
That's it.
But I mean, I want to do it when I'm like old and senile. Like I want to be like
You'll have a heart
88, just
attack.
like
Yeah.
Where it's okay if I get addicted to it. I'll have the
because
financial
I'll be dead
support.
anyway. So what does it matter?
Oh.
Is
Dude,
that
you're gonna have a heart attack.
cocaine? I always wanted to snort that with a $100 bill.
Well, you
I
can,
reach into my pocket and a $100 bill is like a $2 bill at that point because of inflation.
we go into Dan's house one day and he's like snorting salt with Monopoly money.
No,
We're like, bucket list, checks it off.
it's just flour or like cornstarch,
Close enough.
powdered sugar.
No, it's like
Dehydrated
you see Dan like in the nursing home and like heaven forbid like something happened to him and he like lost all of his memory, but he just remembered like
my God.
the one thing of like wanting to snort cocaine through a $100 bill. So
And everybody thinks it's just like a senile thing, but it's like the only thing I remember. And I'm just like latching onto it.
And so like when you come in and see like, okay, Grandpa Dan, how you doing? And like all of a sudden,
Give me your
like,
Coke.
yeah, all you see on like his little tray, there's like a half-eaten peach, like a little glass of chocolate milk, and the rest of it's just fucking Monopoly money and salt. Like all over
God, if I ever inhale something through my nose, I hope it's not salt.
Oh, God.
Like, can't it be like
That'd be pretty
sugar or
rough.
something at least semi-pleasant? Like,
It's still crystals.
I was just thinking,
yeah,
like,
but salt burns. At least sugar is like sweet.
sugar
That's
still
fair.
burns if you snort it, if you've ever
I
snorted
would
it.
say flour.
And you know
would
this
be
how,
the-
buddy?
I don't know. What if I was thinking maybe you qualified for like a Make-A-Wish and your wish is to snort like cocaine.
Do you think they do that?
And they're like, well, I think we have to do this.
They just called Tony from
yeah,
like the temp station. He's just like, everybody knows that he does drugs. Like, hey, we need some of your coke.
I have to consort the manual here. Yep, it says whatever you wish for. All right.
Oh, the loopholes. They finally got us.
Damn good.
The loopholes. The loopholes.
The loopholes.
But seriously, Make-A-Wish Foundation is a fantastic foundation. Donate today.
Yeah, especially to support me getting cocaine through a $100 bill.
I'm pretty sure you
Or-
have to be a
or
kid.
salt.
I'm not 100% certain on that, but maybe
Well,
maybe
maybe-
it's rated by maturity. In that case, we're
Maybe
all
when
qualified.
maybe when I'm like old and senile, I'll just have the intelligence of a kid and that'll pass somehow.
I'm already there.
Well, he's got the mentality of a 5-year-old. That counts, right?
He sure as hell acts like a 5-year-old. Guy jumps rope all the time, playing hopscotch.
Just break my hip constantly and repeatedly.
Insert one
Damn,
of
that
those
would
original
hurt.
joke in here.
They wheel me out to like the court and they're just like, all right, now remember the last time you got too crazy, you broke your hip. It's like my first day walking sense, and I'm just like, I'll be fine. I just like run out there and just start hopscotching and break my hip again. It's like, damn it.
Somehow you find a way to break your hip playing chess.
I break my hip getting out of the wheelchair. Like I don't even get to take 2 steps out of the wheelchair and my hip's already broken.
You're gonna play some hopscotch. Step on the crack, you break your. Oh shit!
My back! It's broken!
Step on the crack and throw out my fucking my hip.
Get off the crack!
Shit.
Off the crack!
Should have never played this game before.
I start like stumbling because like my hip is out and I accidentally step on another crack with my other leg and then my hip goes out like again. I have 2 hips that are just completely out.
Only that dental assistant was more nicer to me.
Sad.
Oh, sorry.
Kind of sad to say, but I mean, we're gonna get like that one day. So,
God, can you imagine being
can you
fucking
imagine
old
getting
and
old?
No, can you just imagine like just not being able to remember anything? Like
Yeah, that would.
That's my life every day.
No, but I mean like seriously though, to the
What's
point
your
where
name?
like you're like, let's say you're in a home and like your grandkids come and see you, and they're like, "Hi, Grandpa." You're like, "Oh, grandkids, I haven't seen you in forever. Like, we were here yesterday." It's like, oh, damn it, no.
I've known somebody who's had what do they call it? Where you memory loss?
Alzheimer's.
Thank you. Jeez,
you guys can't call it old timers or old timers. It's Alzheimer's.
Anyways,
so many people do that. They're like, "Man, my grandma got old timers disease," and I'm like, "Are you a fucking idiot?"
This isn't politically correct Pixel. It's Grunting Pixel. We're allowed to make mistakes.
It's PCP.
Yeah.
New.
I don't know. I'm starting to like that more the more we talk about it.
Oh crap! I just forgot what I was going to say. Damn it!
I'm sorry.
Oh, I knew somebody with Alzheimer's, and that's a scary
old timers.
With old timers. And oh my gosh, it's a scary thing, man. Like they like don't even the only person you remember is your husband, and that's because they're the ones who wake you up every morning. Like you forget.
And even then,
like she didn't even know she had kids. Like it was my step grandma, I guess. My stepdad would go over there, and she wouldn't even know who he was. And that's weird.
Yeah. And they can even get to the point where they don't even remember their own husbands and wives and stuff like that. And
or
I
like they don't even remember to go to the bathroom and they shit themselves or whatever. Like they don't remember to
well, that doesn't necessarily have to be a symptom of Alzheimer's.
Well, no, but I'm saying that's kind of like she would just forget.
Jared, I was making a joke, but then you interrupted me, so there you go.
Well, I interrupt. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I was just gonna say shitting yourself isn't a symptom of Alzheimer's because I do that too.
I didn't get the joke there. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
I thought you were trying to prove me wrong. You know, like you usually do.
No. But I've had experience with Alzheimer's too. My great grandparents. I don't know if they necessarily had Alzheimer's. I never really asked too much about their medical history, but they at least had some sort of form of dementia. Like they just stopped remembering who I was.
Man, that'd be so hard.
Like I would walk in and my great grandmother would just kind of look at me, just kind of confused. And I'd go up to her and be like, "Hi, great grandma, it's me." And she'd be like, "Oh, how are you doing?" And I'm just like, "I'm doing good. It's been a long time." And she'll be like, "Yep." And I'll walk away and I'll literally hear her go, "Who was that guy?" And I'm just like, "Oh, god damn it, grandma, no."
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, my grandpa had he had Parkinson's, and then it just sort of part of the process of getting that is also a potential to have some sort of dementia. And so there was basically points where before he just completely stopped interacting with anything, when we picked him up from the nursing home or whatever to bring him for parties or something, he would fight us to get into the car. He's like, "Get out, why are you taking me away?" All this stuff. And I'm just like, oh god, this is so sad. And we're driving down the road and he's telling us stories. He's like, "Oh, they just built this road a couple of years ago." And we're just oh my god.
The worst thing that I have ever seen, because it's sad, your grandparents don't remember you or stuff like that. But I was at a benefit for my uncle who has cancer, and we get there and
your family is plagued.
Oh, it's gonna get worse.
It's
gonna get worse before it gets better.
Is this a comedy channel?
Yeah, death is hilarious.
This is kind of sad.
Well, see, Steph didn't bring on the morbidly sad stuff yet, so we're making up.
Oh, well, in that case, proceed.
But
I got the sniffles. I'm not.
Why are you laughing? This is a sad matter. You should not.
No, it's a comedy. Remember, death is hilarious. So we get there and we meet up with some family friends who are there too in support, and this girl who's there, she's actually really nice. She's really funny, and she goes up to her mom and she's like, "Hey, Mom, how you doing?" And she goes, "Who are you?" And I'm just like, "Oh, God." And she's like, "It's me, Mom. It's your daughter. I just saw you the other day." And she's just trying to remind her mom who her own daughter is, and I'm just like, oh my god, that is the most sad thing I've ever seen. Because you could tell she was doing a good job trying to keep a strong face, but you could tell that second when she said, "Who are you?" there was just that pause of just oh no. And I'm just like, oh
because
god.
It's just it's sort of when something like that happens, it's everything that you've done in your entire life, any interaction you've ever made with your mom is just it never happened. There was just nothing ever there ever. And it's just sort of that's how I would feel. If my mom was diagnosed with something like that and she didn't remember anything about me at all, I would just sort of be well, it's just like everything that happened with my mother is now just sort of doesn't really even exist anymore, according to her, because now she doesn't even know who I am, so she doesn't remember anything.
I don't want to get all like grunting philosophers on this, but like honestly, like to me, you are like existence is dictated by the ability to remember it. Like if you never remembered anything happening, then you're 1 day old your entire life. Like, you know, you like you've only ever existed for the time that you're in, because there's no it basically didn't happen to you. So like if, you know, somebody like that in my family, like they couldn't remember anything, like they're ostensibly dead. I mean,
yeah.
Right? Because like they don't, like all of their experience, all of their life is gone. Like they just exist moment to moment, and that's not much of a life.
No.
So
yeah.
Well, I mean, but you still care about them, and you still, you know.
No, I'm not saying like they're dead. Throw them out back and shoot them like a dog.
But
I'm just
that's
saying.
the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, you know, their life's essentially over for them, except for you know, day to day. They have the life, you know, lifespan of a fruit fly, essentially. You know, because every day it's a new thing. But the problem is they've got all these people around them who see this every day, and it's it's kind of interesting to think of what they go through from day to day, like how hard.
I can't even imagine what that's like, dude. Yeah. I can't even imagine. It has to be the most like just disorienting thing to just like never remember anything.
Just wake up and not know where you are.
Yeah, or who you are, or like somebody shows up and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited to see you," and you look them in the eye and you just can't even, no matter how hard you try, like recollect who the hell this person is. Jared, we need to get to a new topic. This is getting this is getting dark even for Steph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, no, that kind of ties into like my kind of, I don't want to say like philosophy, but like way of thinking of like, you know, life is short span, like the whole thing about like carrying your legacy and things like that, like people remembering you know, what you did or who you are or whatever. Like the way I see like just life in general is like anything you do doesn't matter, because eventually it's going to get to the point where nobody remembers who you are.
All right,
No, but like it's great because it's just like you can do anything, and unless it's something like notable, no one's gonna remember. So like you're kind of free to do whatever.
I didn't realize you were nihilistic,
Jesus.
Steph.
I kind of am, but at the same time it's kind of freeing, because it's like, yeah, you know what? It's pointless. Everything's random. The universe is chaotic, but that means I can do whatever I want. Well, not whatever I want, but like to a certain extent.
Shit,
so it's
she's gonna start having orgies and doing lines of coke.
That's why I try to not act like Jesus is, because you know he's still remembered. I don't want to be remembered 2,000 years from now.
And like lots of people, okay, it's gonna get kind of dark, but like lots of people are kind of afraid of death, but at the same time, it's like you're not gonna be conscious or aware of death when it happens. So it's like
you're not gonna be locked up in a dark room.
Yeah, so
like
once
forever.
it ends, that's it. So it's not like
You're
scary.
Be in a lake of fire.
I mean, depending what your belief system is. But I'm just saying, like, for all we know, it could be like just nothing. Just like you don't remember when you didn't exist. You know.
Yeah.
So
let's see.
like
and Alex actually
sleep.
posed that argument to me earlier. He was like showing me this like, what do you say, he was like a Mongolian philosopher, was he?
No, his name is Alan Watson. He's from like the UK, but he was big into, and he was I don't know, he's been dead for quite a few years now, but he's really well known for bringing Eastern thought and ideas to like the Western world. So like there's a lot of his lectures and stuff are online, and
he'll
like
be forgotten
exactly
in a few
what's
years.
But that that's what I was gonna say, is because like
but that's exactly what Steph said. Like
what
Steph
you just said
was,
is exactly what he says. He says you don't remember when you were not alive, so what does it matter? And to me, the very big distinction is the fact that you are alive now. Mm-hmm. You don't remember what it was like to not exist, because there was never an existing point to remember. And obviously, when you're no longer existing, you're not gonna know. You know, you're gonna not exist. But it's different. Like, it's scarier because of that. It's just like, well, yeah. I mean, I guess one day I'll just never exist anymore. Mm-hmm. I guess.
But the thing is that it's so inevitable that it's like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, are you gonna worry about it, or you're just gonna accept it as just a fact of life and just kind of like live your current existence?
That type of mentality, Steph.
Yeah.
Is the same type of mentality that stops good men from doing good things. Because if they think, oh, the bad guy's gonna win, it's inevitable, and then they don't do anything, then the bad guys do win.
Well,
you got that from Fallout 4.
Oh,
Did
is
I?
that?
Wait, when did that
I
happen in
just
Fallout 4?
played that part in Fallout 4 today.
Wait, when did that happen in Fallout 4? Because I barely played the campaign.
When you're playing the comic book guy, what's his name? Shit. I just played it today. Crap.
I've never played the comic book
Describe
guy.
what happened, Jared.
Jeez.
Tell me where he touched you.
Well, you go around fighting crime as this comic book hero from days of old, and at the very end, the guy who brought the idea to you gets captured, and he's like, I don't know if I can handle this bringing justice things, and he's like, I'm gonna stop fighting, and she's like, well, if you stop fighting, then they've already won, and evil prevail, kind of thing. So
I can't believe that Fallout just stole my line. That is really screwed up, Bethesda.
Well, that just means it's a good line.
Yeah.
Just like that line of Coke.
Because they had people paid to come up with that line.
Where's my payment?
Anyways, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry. What were you saying?
Who?
Something about we're all gonna die, nothing matters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just saying I didn't realize Steph had such a nihilistic view. It was interesting.
Yeah, now you know.
So I kind of want to further this conversation because I really enjoy talking about this, but it won't be funny at all. So I don't really know what to do. I'm in a
here's the thing. The thing is, we've done a lot of stuff on this podcast, and the viewership isn't very great, and not very many comments actually happen yet. So it's really hard to tell what the audience wants from this. So my kind of thought, and I was actually just thinking about this earlier today, is just like, I say we just keep doing whatever the hell we want to do, and as soon as we start getting feedback, then we'll start adjusting. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We can't be like, well, I don't know what the audience wants because we don't know what the audience wants. We can't be like, well, the audience doesn't want this type of conversation because we don't know if they don't want this type of conversation.
Well, I mean, but
I always thought this podcast was just.
The flip
and again,
side
we kind of talked about this a little bit
comment.
With the.
Go ahead, sorry.
We kind of talked about this a little bit with the when people are like, well, that information's not right. You guys are doing misinformation and stuff like that. To me, this podcast was never like strictly something that we're trying to play roles of. This podcast was basically born from the idea that we sit down, we have crazy conversations that are usually entertaining, so we should record them. So I say let's keep doing it, and if this podcast gets record dislikes, then we'll know not to continue to do this in the future.
On the flip side, though, is like if you sit down and you're like, oh, I want to listen to this podcast today, generally you listen to a podcast that revolves around a topic. Like, for instance, I listen to a lot of tabletop role-playing game podcasts.
Nerd!
Yeah, I'm a huge nerd. And so there's a theme in mind when I'm looking. So what maybe the issue here is that maybe just I want to sit down and listen to random people talk about random things, and then sometimes they get deep and unpredictable, or like.
I mean, that's kind of like how this is, because I consider this like just a conversational, maybe kind of comedy podcast in a way.
Yeah, that's
I don't know,
and
there's a couple other podcasts that like I occasionally listen to that's their format as well, where like sometimes I just want to listen to a bunch of like funny guys or entertaining people just talk. Like there's podcasts where yes, they're focused on like science or video games or just politics or whatever, but then there's just casual conversation where these are just entertaining people or just people that you like listening to. And I feel like that's kind of like our conversation, where it's just like, conversation where you have with your friends. Sometimes you talk about a story that what happened to you. Sometimes you talk about like, what you guys, believe in. And sometimes, get into political, just anything that you talk with your, like, this is kind of like a friends get together conversation thing, and then people listen. Yeah. So.
Wait, you guys are my friends?
We try to be, but you're
just
not receptive of it.
For a little bit. Every Thursday,
met.
you're our friend.
5 years ago. Well,
yeah, like I said, we try to be.
I guess my thing is if we start getting into religion and politics, that's when people are just going to start.
Well, and there's certain things that I don't like to talk about specifically, like those two things.
Those are the two things I try to avoid.
we'll talk about them like lightly and stuff like that, but I don't want everybody to be like, all right, so Alex, what are you, Republican, Democrat, you independent, what the hell you do? Like, I don't want to get to that type of thing. But like,
why'd you sound like a Southern guy? What were you trying to say?
That's because it's America.
America.
Were you trying to say you're like a hardcore conservative or what?
What I'm trying to say is if you don't get off my lawn, I'm going to shoot you, boy.
For me, it depends on the day of the week. I'm a liberal on Wednesdays, and I'm a conservative on Thursdays.
And you're just wild on Fridays.
Today's Thursday, so...
You're fucking liberal.
So I'm neutral. Confusing.
It's funny. I don't even, like, know what half of that shit even, like, really means. Like, because I just don't care about politics at all. Like, I don't... Like, I'll listen to different, you know, issues and things like that, but I don't sit there and be like, well, this issue belongs to the liberals, and this is the conservatives, and that's the Republicans. Like, I don't sit there and, like, divvy them out into like what they are. I just know like, hey, this is an issue, this is a belief, this is an issue, this is a belief, and then I just fall in whatever I agree with. So I don't actually have any. This guy will lead
this country well. They're all politics. They're all assholes. So and they're all like, I don't do that either.
Hey, let's go back to talking about like morbidity and death.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
So,
well, I didn't want to keep with this, this politics stuff.
I feel like we're not low enough. We're not notebook enough. We're not crying yet.
We're not notebook enough.
But I don't know. I was just saying that you know, I'd hope that you know, most people aren't like, I'm conservative, I'm voting for the conservative guy, you know, and that they would actually, you know, listen to what every side has to say and stuff.
Somebody start this siren. We need a politics alert.
Yeah.
Warning. Politics alert. Politics coming inbound. Jared is locked and loaded.
All right, Hillary Trump, 2006.
There we go.
It's not 2006. I meant 2006.
You're fired.
I love how you said 2006, even though that wasn't like a presidential year. Like,
I said 2006. Wait, it's not 2006. It's 2016. I'm living in the past. I can't help it.
Jared doesn't even know what day it is. Yeah. Jared, do you have old timers?
Yeah, I'm an old timer.
Would you like to have some Werther's originals?
Werther's originals.
So Jared, you said that you had
Grandpa, you gave me already 5 of these. I appreciate it. Are you sure?
My pockets are literally stuffed with them, Grandpa. Come on.
Stuffed with them.
Grandpa, can't you say I'm tired of these stupid Werther's something so originals?
I actually wish that I had a grandparent that would just like force feed me Werther's originals because those things are amazing.
My grandparents.
I wish my father loved me.
Dude, oh God.
Let's talk about
that. Actually is funny.
All right,
let's talk about that. Oh, there we go.
Anyways,
that'll get
what
dark.
Were you saying, Stephanie?
I was gonna say my grandparents kind of do that, but my mom, she started putting candies in her purse, and occasionally she would ask, "Would you like a mint? Would you like a caramel candy?" And I'm like, oh, what's happening? And then one day, this was a couple days ago, she like reached an epiphany, and she's like, so like, you know how like old people kind of like have candies in their purses and they give them to like the younger kids and stuff like that? I think I've reached that point in my life where I begun doing that. Like, I'm looking into my purse, and I have mints. I buy bags of, like, butterscotch candy, and start putting... is this how it starts? Like, she was just, like, blown away, the fact that, like, here she is. Like, she is...
And then were you just like, yes, Grandma, that's precisely
By the way, how are those grandkids coming along?
Back in my day.
Oh my God.
Back in my day.
That's also a thing that I've been asked, like, throughout the family too. Like, not as often, but it's begun where it's just like, so, you and Dan, so thinking about grandkids, I'm just like, oh no.
See, that's my favorite thing is when people start thinking about that stuff like while they're just like dating. Like there's not even an engagement or a wedding yet. They're just like, so you've been with him for about 4 weeks, so you're thinking about popping the question? I don't got a lot of time on this earth, at least that I'll remember because of the old timers. So I'd like to at least remember for one moment that you had grandkids. Just like, Jesus, Grandpa, we just started dating.
Yeah.
And also, that's really dark.
Yeah. Would you like some more originals?
when Jared changed the picture to that shit, that was pretty good. I fucking lost it.
That's pretty good. I do enjoy that. So Jared, you said that you were like, wow, we didn't have any topics, so you thought of one. What was that topic? I'm curious.
Well, it's not going to even compare to the shit we've been talking about.
I'm hoping that it'll get us back on some sort of track if we can.
Do you believe in ghosts? No, that's not it.
I don't.
Yes, I
no.
don't.
I only believe in alien ghosts. But anyways,
I can't argue with that.
Only.
Got him.
That is like the ultimate conspiracy theorist.
No, ghosts aren't reals, but alien ghosts.
But them alien ghosts, them motherfuckers are everywhere. That's hilarious.
They're like demons, which I don't believe in.
I only believe in alien demons.
Demon ghosts.
I'm just kidding. I believe in demons. They're all around me.
They're inside me.
I believe in demons. I have many of them in my closet.
Yeah. Demons.
Seriously, they're scaring me. But seriously.
Anyways, so, my question was, I don't know, this is probably a stupid question, but anyways, I thought of it last second, and it was kind of like, I was just interested to hear what you guys thought, was, if you, changing the subject, if you could work anywhere, where would you choose to work? I'm talking like Google or, Bethesda.
And I just have
like president.
I have the knowledge. Like it's not something that I have to base off of like my current ability.
Yeah, like you're like, if I could do one thing in the world and like choose to be good at it, this is what I would want to do. I mean, even if you're not good at it now, but like it would be like your ideal dream job. Like you would be the complete opposite of the dental assistant you met the other day. Like you'd be super happy because you liked your job and it was like the best job, and perfect job for you. What would that be?
I would like to be an alien ghost hunter.
All right, let's change this channel from comedy to ghost hunters.
Alien ghost hunters. It's like some really spooky version of like the X-Files theme.
You laugh, but that show's coming to sci-fi eventually. It'll be there.
Oh and God, we should be at the helm of it.
Yeah.
Alien ghost hunter. Ghosts don't exist, but them alien ghosts do.
Yeah. I feel like I should have started with this. It's not the greatest transition because we were getting into some deep shit. But
again, I think it's better that we kind of get a little bit back on track.
So dream jobs. I would probably be like either a storyboard art, like a sequential artist, so like a storyboard artist or like a comic artist or a character designer maybe, but mostly I like the storyboarding and like sequential art kind of thing. I'll draw for money.
Nice.
Give me money.
Right.
I'll draw things.
I'll take you up on that.
Did you say you'll draw dicks?
No, not safe for work.
But will you draw my?
Well, what did you say?
Well, I said I'll draw things. For money.
Things.
Yeah.
I think I'll draw dicks.
Oh,
Seems like
no. Things mean sticks. See.
There might have been a weird, awkward cut there. Alex's recording stopped for a second, so we had to cut that out. So we're back. Jared, what was your answer? Your dream.
Oh man. Stay-at-home dad.
Oh shit! My audio stopped recording.
I mean, I was really thinking about this one, and I'm like, I'd kind of just like to stay at home and do nothing. Just be a stay-at-home dad.
That's not a job.
Like, just do chores and wash dishes and then, hang out with the kid all day and just.
And I'm just covering my ass. I do understand that stay-at-home mommy is a full-time job. I was making a joke.
Yeah, everybody knows that. We were not.
Well, you haven't been on the internet long enough.
Unless you're one of those lazy stay-at-home moms. Like my sister-in-law. Don't get me started.
Say like my wife.
No, I would never say that.
You'd never say that.
Dude.
Stay-at-home dad. Okay, so stay-at-home dad. Steph would like to draw penises. Alex, what did you say yours answer was?
Jeez Louise!
Well...
Isn't that what you said?
if that's really what you got out of everything, like there's so much...
I kind of like to draw penises too. I mean, I would probably do both. So.
I mean, if I had to choose...
a stay-at-home dad who draws penises.
Yeah. Dream job.
I would like to be a stay-at-home dad who draws penises for a living. No. Well, I would really like to be a one of those guys who
sells drugs,
like talks to planes and stuff. I think they're called like air traffic controllers or something like
Drug
that.
lord.
Yeah.
Oh, I was way off. Okay.
That's your dream job. There's nothing else in the world that you'd rather do than the thing you tried to do.
Exactly.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
So you're the plane whisperer?
I am.
Fucking plane whisperer.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, my job that I'm doing now is a close fifth. But,
It's a close 902nd.
But the plane whisperer, no, that one.
Yeah.
Plane whisper. You're just you're sitting there whispering to the plane before it starts off. You're gonna go.
You can fly.
You can do it. You can
fly.
Across the ocean. Oh, you've been a good plane.
He's like a dirty talker, dude.
Oh, God.
All the passengers are just
you wanna
standing there
get
waiting to
fired.
get on, looking at you like, okay.
You want to get fired up, plane, don't you? Oh, you want to spin that propeller? Mm.
Oh, we're back in the ocean.
I mean, to be honest with you, most planes don't really have propellers, but...
Yeah, but the best planes do. Oh, that's fine.
I mean, sure, we'll go with that, dude. I'll save you from, having a spiel of why I love...
My answer
okay.
would actually be one of two.
Well, you can only have one.
Yep.
Well, I literally can't pick them. I can't pick one because
two. Kind of.
I completely love them for different reasons.
All right.
Well, you only pick one.
Well, I'm picking two. So the first of the two would obviously be doing this. I would love to just be able to make videos and entertain people
Good
for
answer.
a career. Just be like just do this forever and actually make money off of it. That would be like great. I think the only other thing that I might consider giving that up for would be I'd love to be in some sort of band that just kind of goes around and tours and performs for people and shit.
That would be awesome.
I don't care. Like, my guitar's a little rusty, but I could pick up and do that. I'd even be fine doing the drums and all that stuff. I love performing. We used to have these, we call them like coffee houses back in my old school, but it was basically just like talent shows, basically. And God, that was some of the most fun when I'd get up on stage with me and like a buddy or two, and we would just like jam out and shred in front of like the audience and stuff. And of course, it always freaked them out because it was a bunch of old people and we were playing like Avenged Sevenfold and Atreyu, and they're just like, what is this madness? But I'm just like, oh, it was awesome. So one of those two, honestly.
So when's
Solid.
the EP gonna come out?
The GPEP. Oh shit!
Now.
Oh.
As soon as I have enough free time to do anything else that I want to do
GPEP.
along with that.
We should collaborate and make
We should.
a thing.
You can
It'll be
draw
like a
the al- you can
knockoff
draw the
Star
penis
Bomb.
on the album cover.
Perfect.
Steph can do the album.
And I'll stay at home and listen to it.
Yeah! And Alex will listen.
Alex
Alex will play it for his airplanes.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
That's
Therapeutic
amazing.
for his
Hey,
planes.
everybody, I know that you need to do this and not crash, but why don't you listen to this podcast for an hour, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
Yeah. Not children friendly.
I don't know what the hell is happening
I
at
thought
this
for
point.
sure that we were ending with the podcast, so I figured I was going to just like start revving up my engines, but
Yeah. Gotta get,
damn
gotta
it.
foreplay.
Don't you mean spinning your propeller?
No, I meant revving the engine, baby.
Oh, you're changing it on us.
Yeah, I am. I actually want to be a car salesman from now on, so... yeah.
Actually, I want to be a professional prostitute.
I want to be a terrorist.
God.
Okay, that's getting quoted and put on a shirt. I want to be a terrorist, the other Jared 2016.
Why do you always only quote the bad things that I say?
Because you never say good things?
Oh, good point.
Because the good things are few and far between?
That's
That
depressing.
hurts.
Fuck good things.
So we talked about grumpy people, the Notebook, horribly morbid, nihilistic things,
Yeah.
and then
Computers.
doing jobs, and now this. So
That was pretty good. I think
sounds like probably the worst podcast we've ever done. But
Cover all the
I
bases
think
there.
I think Dan
Well,
says that every podcast that we do.
well,
so-
no, I don't ever say that every podcast. Number one, and number
I
two,
think
you
you
got to
do.
do a bad podcast so they can at least,
I mean, I think I recall you saying this exact same thing last week, too.
I don't think I did.
I think you did.
Considering that I just edited it, I don't think I did.
I think you did.
Okay, great.
So, best podcast ever. Keep
Yeah, pretty
up
much.
the good work, boys
See,
All right,
and
Jared,
girls.
get us out of here.
ain't nobody do that
Yeah.
negative shit.
All right, well, be sure to like or subscribe. send any comments to Grunting Pixel. Our comment below, I mean. You can tell I don't do this often.
Clearly.
Shit. You know what? You know the drill. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just fucking do it.
Making demands.
Hit subscribe even if you don't like us. Make a comment even if you don't want to. Hit like even if you want to hit dislike. And we'll see you in the next one.
Who's been here in this podcast?
That one girl and the two dudes and me.
Oh yeah.
And what are you? Are you not a dude or a girl?
Huh? I'm just here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's an alien ghost.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Don't say that. I'll hunt you down, bitch.
Oh shit. Can you do that, please?
Oh, I will. I'm an alien ghost hunter.
Damn.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys next time.
See ya.